Good morning. I just thought I'd share a little bit more about how I got to be this size. And today's dog is Miss Ruby. She's having a nice play here. And Miss Penny. Anyway. So yeah, it's day 3, morning of day 3. I've just had my breakfast, which was very nice. And I'm starting to do a little bit more research. I am thinking about possibly going down the vegan road, but that's all in time. I mean, at the moment, I'm still, getting used to eating a lot less, which is quite hard. I didn't sleep too well last night, but, that's to be expected probably. So anyway, I thought I'd share a bit more about my journey, how I got to be this large, and how it all started. When I was younger, before I was married, I was a size 8, and I was, I don't know what the weights is. I've done a little bit of a conversion chart here, but size. I didn't know what my weight was. I didn't bother to weigh myself at when I was that age. I was young, free, and running around, and I was thin. I was a size 8 to 10. Got married. Still was that size. Then I had my first pregnancy, and I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it was a conscious thing or whether I just thought somewhere in my mind, I'm going to get bigger anyway, so let's eat what I want. And not that I actually watched my weight prior to my pregnancy or anything like that. I just ate what I want, you do when you're younger. And so never had a problem with weight at all. Of course, then I got pregnant, like I say, and I did put on quite a lot of weight during the pregnancy. Excuse me. And then after giving birth to my first son, I lost a bit of weight, but I didn't go back to my original size. I probably went from a size 8 to 10 to a size 14 to 16. And that I remained like that for a little while, and then I had my second son, and again my weight crept up while I was pregnant for him. I gave birth to him, and my weight went up to about a size 18 to 20, and I remained that size for some years. And I remember the first time I decided that enough was enough was we went on a trip to Belfast in Ireland, and I remember lying on the bed in the hotel and asking my husband to plummet, it's the only word I can say, push and plummet my stomach down so I could actually do up my size 18 jeans. And I started to think that day, what the hell, what am I doing to myself? This is ridiculous. So I decided that when I got back from Belfast, because it was only a short trip, I was going to go on a diet. And I did go on the diet, and I did lose a lot of weight. I got down to probably a size 10 to 12, and stayed that way for some time. But gradually, that was probably in my mid to late 30s, gradually as my weight started to creep up again. So when I reached my 40s, early 40s, I was back up to a size 20, English size 20, which is quite large. And the catalyst then for me losing weight, I don't actually remember anything particular happening to trigger my weight loss then, but I thought, I'm going to go on a calorie controlled diet. And that's what I did. I stuck to 1,000 calories a day, which is quite a low amount. And I did lose quite a lot of weight. I lost what the English measurement was 4.5 stones at the time, which is £63 or 28.5 kilos. And I got back down to a size 10. And I remained a size 10 for a few years, probably 2-3 years. And then a massive thing happened in my life. This is not an excuse, but we actually made the decision to emigrate from England to New Zealand, which was great. We got here, very busy to start with, obviously finding homes. My husband's, sorting out jobs, etc., schooling for the kids, blah, blah, blah. And during that time, a lot of functions and things, and this is really, it is an excuse, were revolved around food. And obviously, I was feeling very homesick. Very homesick. The transition from England to New Zealand, I thought, was going to be relatively easy, and I was in for a big shock. Things are different out here. They might speak English, which I thought was going to be easy. Doddle. But I suffered quite badly from depression at the time. I really missed home. I missed my family. I missed my friends. I missed my English way of life. I had a really good standard of living in England. Not the standards anywhere else out here, but, I had quite a good, cushy life, basically. And so coupled with missing everybody and, all the difficulties I faced settling into New Zealand, I actually got depressed, and unfortunately that involved me eating my way through the depression, and I just got bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where I am now considerably bigger than my last diet, when I started my last diet. So each diet that I've done and weight loss I've done, I'm bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point that I'm very big now. And I can't even tell you what size I am. I just go to the 2XL section and that's what I buy. I know I'm over 100 kilos, just over 100 kilos, and I've got a long way to go. So, I'm 57 now, so you could say I had a big weight loss in my 30s. I had a big weight loss in my 40s, and I'm aiming for a bigger or a reasonable weight loss in my 50s. Now, I'm not aiming to get back down to a size 10 or 12. I'm going to be realistic. I'm looking at least dropping possibly, I'd like to be able to buy a size 14 or 16 pair of trousers or a top, and I can wear it comfortably. I'd be happy with that. So I think that's a realistic goal, and I'm a long way off that, and I know it's going to take a long time, because I think when I lost the weight in my 40s, I lost it very fast, very fast. It took me less than 6 months to lose that 4.5 stones, or 63 pounds, 28 kilos, which was a bit too fast, really. I got to the point where I was starving myself. I was not eating healthy as well, balanced. I wasn't eating a balanced diet, and consequently I put it all on. So I need to make the actual lifestyle change. People often talk about changing your lifestyle. It is a complete lifestyle change. It's a complete different outlook on food. It's a different outlook on being more active. And obviously at this stage that I am now, I am reasonably active for my size. Like I say, I walk the dogs twice a day. I've got quite a big garden, which I do. But I'd say probably the winter for me I'm in winter right now in New Zealand, and is the most lazy time of my year, if you like, because nobody wants to go outside in the cold, or even in the rain, or when it's miserable, to do any jobs outside. So I do tend to sit in the house, And I do have my hobby, which is, like I said, I grow orchids, and I also got quite a lot of houseplants. And I do have another channel, actually, if you're interested, which is called Gardening and Growing Orchids in New Zealand. So I put a bit of energy into that, but it's not a great deal of energy. But I am sort of, each day I have tasks to do, and I get those done. So I'm hoping to step up my game around more activity. Like today, it's a nice day, it's sunny, it's cold, but it's sunny. I'm going to take the dogs down to the dog park this afternoon so they can have a bit of fun. And there's not a lot of walking down there, but it means me getting outside, means me, going down to the dog park, meeting other dog owners, having a chat, being a bit more social. So that's what I intend to do today. So hopefully you understand a little bit more about me now, and how I managed to get like this. And there's no excuses. It's my fault totally. No excuses at all. I have got some plans for upcoming, dietary changes, and I'll discuss those with you when I sort them out. But that's it, really. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask or make any comments. I'm quite happy to read the comments, and positive or negative, I really don't mind. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and yeah, please like or dislike and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.